Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we are talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you're here. So really quickly, we got a shout out. Anonymous Tea got a shout out. That would be me. The cartoon, as Carson said, by Carson yesterday, because she said that she listened to a few blogs discussing her and discussing whether or not she is a part of the setup to take down Melody Cherie and force Melody Cherie off of her own show, Mariah Huck style, right? Because the attacks against the kids and the personal attacks against Melody Cherie created too much backlash. So allegedly now we are just gonna bring in all of, the side chicks, friends and foes that's connected to her or previously connected to her in some capacity to cause, discord on the show. So I thought that the video I did yesterday was pretty much like, we were going to read the statement, we were going to wash our hands of this situation, and we were just going to wait to see whether or not Carson appears on the show again, right? And that wasn't the case, you guys. That was not the case. She ended up going live for several hours last night because she wanted to defend herself, but the problem is, the more she kept doing lives, the more that different things kept coming out that were a little suspect. And so like for an example, right? One of the things she mentioned was when she moved to Huntsville and she's had car trouble is anytime she's had issues with her car, that MARSAU is the one who is able to provide Carson with a replacement vehicle, you guys. like make it make sense. What is going on? You guys are both married. What is happening? Why can't your husband contribute or get a rental car, or why isn't there a second vehicle in the home, or like what is going on, right? So I found that to be a little bit interesting. Also, it seems as though the connection was made at Black to have Carson be Letitia's hairstylist, and basically MARSAU was giddy and saying that he has always wanted Letitia to have a hairstylist from Detroit, from the D. So maybe now Letitia thinks that she has the world-renowned hairstylist who is internationally successful that is doing her hair. And I will say her hair has looked a lot better. Her hair has looked a lot better compared to previous seasons. So there is something that is going right there, right? So shout out to Carson for doing a good job getting Letitia Scott's hair together. Then there just seems to be the ambiguity of what actually is the current status of Carson and Martell Side Chick's friendship, right? And that is because she had said that, they're done because she asked something inappropriate a couple of years ago that went against, her moral compass. And the only things that I could really think of that would go against your moral compass is if you're asking somebody to do something illegal with you, if you're asking somebody, sexually to do something inappropriate, or like there's levels to this, right? In terms of what actually was it that was the final straw that broke the camel's back, that Carson had to say, you know what, I am done. I am absolutely done with this person. But then she also alluded to potentially being on the show again. And that is where, again, the setup, the plot conversation resurfaces, right? Because if there's a potential that you're going to be on the show again outside of the Black Expo, what is that going to entail? And that is why people think that Letitia brought you in to kind of tell the side chick story for her, right? Because she's being eerily quiet. Normally, with all of this drama going on with, Martell and Sheree on Real Housewives of Atlanta, with Martell, trying to introduce Sheree now on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and all the things that is taking place, right? You would think that the side chick would have gone live by now, right? Unless she is allegedly pregnant, right? But what if, Carson is being used to also fuel potentially a storyline for the side chick, right? to bring all these people who have been affiliated with her, even if Karson is, you know, what she says, that she's only met her one time, right? Has only met her one time, and she talked about how she was a part of a scandal or whatever. But at the same token, you were also a part of the same live where the fans were calling out the same side chick for being a homewrecker. So there's that. But I don't know. Like, I feel like, you know, what is ultimately going to be the storyline, right? What is ultimately going to happen? Because if you were just simply invited by Letitia for this tea party, then you're a one and done, right? And then it would make logical sense we might see you at the Black Espo episode because you own your own business. You're a hairstylist, you own your own hair salon, and all of the things. So that could be featured on the show. But what else are you alluding to? Because you said that whatever, depending on whether or not it airs, that it is not going to negatively impact Melody Cherie. So who is it going to impact then, right? Who is going to be the party or parties involved that is going to be affected by whatever information you are presenting to the people, right? Is this going to involve Martel and his side chick? Is that going to be the storyline that is going to get you onto the show, and potentially, if the show is renewed, get increased camera time the following season? Like, what is the tea? What is actually going to be the objective? And that is where the gray area comes in, right? Because she said, you know, several times in the live that she used to have a page that had 140,000 subscribers, but she said something about the jab that went against the regulations, and they completely, you know, wiped her channel clean. So she had to start over. But I don't know. I don't know what the ultimate objective is, because I've seen in the comments also she's tagged Carlos King and the showrunner for Love and Marriage Huntsville in the comments that are saying that they need to see her more. She also had to do another live because she had to clarify what the quote-unquote bullying and death threats and attacks were. And basically she said that there are people who are in her DMs who are essentially saying, I'm a pull up on you, you know, your kids should be ashamed to have you as a mother, that sort of thing. I'm gonna find out where you live and where you work at, and I'm gonna pull up or whatever. So that was pretty much that. Not necessarily what you think of when people are saying death threats. It's usually, hey, you should unalive yourself, or I'm going to come and unalive you, is usually the context of death threats, from what my understanding of it is. But again, it could be different definitions for different people. So there is that. But again, I think either she is completely unaware that Tisha has manipulated the situation, or she is fully aware and she is pulling one heck of a, you know, con on all of us. But I thought she would have known, since she has watched this show, that being on social media is the last thing she needs to do, right? Because if any way, in any capacity, she's seen as an ops, specifically against Melody Cherie, that has the largest fan base on the show, that it is not going to end well for her, just like it did not end well for Destiny, just like it is not ending well for Stormy, and just like it did not end well for Letitia and her mom, right? So I am just curious how this is going to play out, and ultimately why we have to wait to find out, you know, why she can't reveal what it was, the straw that broke the camel's back, that she's no longer cool with the side chick, other than she intends to bring this on the show to facilitate interactions amongst MARSAU and Martel, right? Is the only thing that I can perceive happening. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Did any of you guys watch the lives that Karson did last night? And please let me know what you guys think about it. So there is that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.